traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
What's up, people? Mad Fish Scientist here. Just putting up a video, small video of the Mayan cichlids converted to saltwater. In this video, I kind of give small steps of how I acclimated these guys. The Mayan cichlid is one of the few ones that can get converted to saltwater, but it's a slow process, so you can't really just dump them in. In the video, please excuse the watermarks and all that on the tanks. I'm just starting this channel stuff, and you know, I gotta find some time to get in there and learn how to do this correctly and get everything going perfectly. The fish splashed all over the water and all over the tank, sorry, and it ended up, you know, making streaks all over my tank. I am just converting this room into the fish room, so I'm in the process of bringing stuff up, moving coral and all that stuff. So I'm in the beginning stages, so I hope you enjoy this small video. This is part 1 of the Mayan cichlids. I am making part 2, updating the Mayan cichlids in saltwater. So just me sharing my experience and what I've done to get these guys to saltwater. If you're planning on doing it, hopefully this helps you. Enjoy. And it's about 15-20 minute video. I go through what I've done and update on the new Mayans that got put in this tank. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like to keep following what I do, hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification. I will keep coming with more of my projects, what I do daily. It's a hobby, a passion of mine, and I can do this all day if I could, and hopefully that's where this takes me. Appreciate you guys. God bless and have a good day. Hello, my friends. This is the Mad Fish Scientist here. These are Mayan cichlids. These were caught off of Miami. I converted them to saltwater. They've been in here about a week, and the reason I did this is in my garage, and I'll do a video on those guys. I have a pair that has been in complete saltwater, 1.25 salinity, for almost a year. And I fished these guys up, and I literally took out the ones that were the sickest or looked the worst, and I converted them. And sure enough, if you can see in here, it's kind of dirty. You'll see all the white poop they keep pooping out. That is all the parasites inside them. Probably some of these have sunken belly. Probably what was causing all that crap, and the salt water is completely killing it off. I did the same with the 2 that I'll film later outside, and they completely, I mean, they look like new fishes. So the salinity in here is 1.21. I will be increasing it because it's going to go through the cycle. This tank's only been set up for like a week. That's why I let it get like that, because I will be adding saltwater fish with them once it's cycle, and upgrading on the filtration and all that, so I can make sure I keep saltwater fish alive, because these guys will last in this environment with all this poop in the bottom that they're tossing, but it's awful. Water fish be dead already. Well, pure saltwater fish will be dead. And just to show you what this salinity is, I will, and I know these aren't the best testers, but and I'm going to keep videoing these guys so you guys can see that they continue to live in salt water. Salinity is, as you can see it there, 1.022. In between 1.021 and 1.022. Let me see if I can zoom in on this thing. I might be too close. Either way, 1.21, there we go, 1.22. It's a little bit above 1.21. But yeah, I'll keep filming this and showing you guys. Excuse the mess down there. So you can see they will be here for a long time. It's for my master secret project. And like I said, I picked the sickest ones. These are all caught. None of these fish did I raise. These are caught off in the canals in Miami. They normally come pretty unhealthy. And so I figured this is actually gonna help them. If you can see, this one had some form of fin rot and it's completely curing up. But yeah, they've been pooping like crazy since I put them in here. They're like, I don't know, and I haven't fed them, so I mean, I fed them a little bit, but not enough to cause all that. And usually when you convert them, that's what they do. They just poop and poop and poop all that stuff out, whatever's inside them. And a lot of that white poop will be coming out non-stop. So yeah, tune in, man, because this is going to be exciting. This is going to be cichlids in saltwater. I am going to try to breed these guys in saltwater. So maybe the babies will come out fully saltwater. The acclimation process for me, I've been doing this for a while. I've been trying it. I didn't film for a while, but I've been doing it for about a year. I've noticed if you just toss them in, they almost surely die. They don't convert to salt water instantly like that. In this particular tank, I did it where I had the salinity very low. 3 days later, I increased it. Another 2 days, I brought it all the way up to 1.21. So in about a week's time, I didn't really have like a measure of how I was increasing. I just looked at the fish. I think I went from like whatever the lowest two marks are there to like 1.018 the second time, and then 1.021 and my final go. But yeah, I've tried this before where I just drop one in there. This same big one, I dropped it in the saltwater tank outside. That's at 1.25, and within 2 hours it was dying. So I kept them. I don't know if it's a male or female. Colors look femalish, but I kept it, and I decided, well, I'll use it in the future. I'll go slower, and that's what I did. And now it's at 1.21, and it's perfectly healthy. So yeah, Mayan cichlids, saltwater. Tune in. I'm gonna make this tank look just like a saltwater tank. It will have saltwater fishes. I need bigger fishes because I'll find a video and post it on the channel. But I did this already one time with a Mayan and a Niger trigger. Saltwater fish don't do well with stress, and the Mayan cichlid was trying to beat up the Niger trigger, and so it was chasing it and it was stressing it out, and eventually then the Mayan cichlid came out of that tank because I couldn't take the chance with the Niger trigger, an actual saltwater fish. So and then of course, a little humor, my son killed my Niger trigger. I learned a lesson not to have a tank low enough where your 5-year-old can get a hold of it, because he dropped oatmeal inside my tank. So yeah, now they can't reach my tanks. But tune in, this is going to get a lot prettier, a lot nicer. It's just starting. This is a bow front tank I got for free, and I'll make a video on that as to how I fixed it. I kind of ghetto it, but whatever works. I'm the budget guy too, not just the mad fish scientist, the budget fish scientist. But yeah, I got this free. First time I decided to try it without putting the centerpiece in, because I didn't even know it was missing a centerpiece, because I didn't see it till I looked and saw that it was broken. And this thing almost completely separated when I filled it all the way up. But through what I did, a little ghetto invention, it holds perfectly. Alright people, this is a short video of how I have to acclimate these Mayan cichlids to salt water. I kind of already skipped some of the steps because I've done this in the water that I caught them. That is why this water is this color. These were just caught and they keep dumping all the crap that they, I guess, eat and have in the lakes. This particular one right there on the top has a bunch of body fungus and skin rot and fin rot and just a bunch of, I have more downstairs in my garage where I keep most of my fish, but I always transfer the most sickest or worst looking ones because it cures them completely. If you come up here, the salinity right now is at, you can't really see it, 1.012. It takes like 1 or 2 days from my experience to keep gradually going up, but these guys right here, and excuse me as I get up, this fish tank right here, these are also Mayans, is at 1.022, and these are Mayans. They've been in here for about a week, and I don't do the water change yet because see, I have not fed them, and they're pooping out all the white stuff, and that's usually the parasites, and they'll be as good as new and look even better within a couple months when all the diseases that they come from in the lake are off of them. But I'll keep filming and edit some of this stuff, but this is just a small clip of what I do with these Mayans. If you dump them in directly, at least my experience, they have always died, and I can tell immediately because their buoyancy is not correct. They'll start swimming kind of like they're floating and fighting the water to go down. When you acclimate them correctly, you will see they swim normally, and that's usually my tell sign that they're not gonna die. I just dumped this guy in there to try it because he is the sickest one on the top there. Sorry, that one right there, it's full of like crazy red marks and a bunch of stuff on it, and he was dying. And you will see him again in the saltwater tank once he's acclimated, and he will completely heal from all his stuff. Even this one with the giant red sore, you can see it there, it will completely be gone. Alright guys, well these are update on the Mayan cichlids. I had 6 here for about 2 weeks at 1.22 salinity. I showed in the video. Well, I added another 6. I think they'll make it, I'm not too sure. I acclimated them till 1.014 before I tossed them in here, but they polluted the water because they're straight out of the lake. They were just caught last week, or not even last week, a couple days ago, and they polluted their water, which is right here. This is what they do when you first catch them from the lake. They start releasing everything into the water. Actually, this is clean compared to the first day that I caught them, but they release all the crap that they eat. Normally I wait a little bit longer to acclimate them, and I go up a little bit less gradually. But, and excuse the water dripping down, they splashed all over the place when I first threw them in. I'll take a cleaner video later. But they seem to be doing okay. A little worried about the one that's like that, because normally, from my experience, when they're not swimming straight after dropping them in here, they're not tolerating the salt too well. So everybody else that I dropped in was fine, but there was already 6 in here. All the light gray ones, they've been here for about a week. They change to that color once they're in salt water. Then from this red that they are. The big dude that's on that corner, you really can't see it because of the glare, is the boss of this tank. We've been here for a week in 1.22 salinity. There was one that I was acclimating, that one, that's the big boss. That one did not look so great. So I took it out, and I'm trying to bring it back to fresh water. It's not doing so great. It did not acclimate well. In my experience, when they don't do well from being acclimated, they have some kind of sickness in them, and I guess the stress overtakes it. That's my guess. Don't really know why some make it and some don't. This one, I had 7 in there. This one is back into fresh water. It's not dead. It looks dead, but it's not dead. Sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't. So yeah, but if you do the slow process, they almost always all make it. There are some that just don't transfer well back into salt water. And she happens to be one of them. Female. The other fish in there is an electric blue acara, but that one's just, I was treating it, and I had to take this fish out. Woke up this morning, it was dying, and I tossed it right in there. Alright, I'll keep you guys updated.